Ducks. All right, one final time for the 2021-2022 season. It is Coach Clark, it is Coach Johnson, but we are live from Towanda Gymnasium for the first round of the District 4 Class AAA girls side of the girls side bracket. It is between the Towanda Lady Knights and the visiting Hughesville Lady Spartans. So, Coach, how you doing today?
Good. How are you, Coach?
It was good. A nice layoff, a nice day off of school, which I wanted to talk about later as possibly a factor in this game.
Yep.
But kudos to District 4 and to both of these schools on having this game and being able to have this game here tonight, as the roads are obviously fine now and extracurricular activities were canceled, but they were able to get this in with the fact that it's District 4.
Yeah, it's super nice to, especially going in thinking, well, are we going to have the game? Are we not going to have the game? It's nice to get it in, just, that preparation all week long, and being able to, you had that mindset of, hey, we're playing on Friday, and we still get to do that. So that's it's good for both teams.
So it's a familiar spot here for the Towanda Lady Knights as they, since the last time we've called a game, they are yet again the district or the NTL large school champions, and they are now the NT. And I was wrong. I said they've done it before, but it was actually their first one. They are now also the NTL Showdown champions as they knocked off Athens to win that one.
Yeah, it's super impressive. Kind of shocking in a way that they hadn't won it before.
That's what I thought.
But and Athens is playing really well right now too. So kudos to them. But Lady Knights got it done, both the regular season and kind of the early postseason, and see if they can maybe make their way to a district final.
So they come into this game as 19-3 overall, with those two exhibition games still counting as wins. They're 21-3 on the season. They are going to take on like we just mentioned, the Hughesville Lady Spartans in this one. The Lady Spartans come into this game at 10-12, but it should be very much noted that they play in the Heartland Conference, and that has the likes of Loyal Sock, Bloomsburg, Southern Columbia, Mount Carmel. The list goes on and on. You have state-ranked team after state-ranked team after state-ranked team down there. But 10-12, let's kind of run down how they've done this year. Some of their bigger games. This is what I'm talking about here. Their first game of the year, they lost to Bloomsburg 41-36.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive.
They got smoked by Southern Columbia, but who hasn't down there? They beat Wellsboro. There's a common opponent, 47-43. Lost to state-ranked Mount Carmel, 51-30. A couple more games down, they played Loyal Sock, lost to them 59-35 before losing a tough one to state-ranked Southern Columbia, 33-28. And then they lost another close one to state-ranked Mount Carmel, 36-31, before losing to Sock, 48-24. And then they lost to Bloomsburg, 52-32. That was just like their marquee games. Obviously, a lot of wins in there as well, but common opponents in big games. They've stuck with the big teams down south.
Yeah, and I think, going into this game, you would assume just by record that, Hughesville is the underdog. But, that I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think this game could be a lot closer and kind of come down to the wire. Postseason play is officiated a lot different. It's played a lot different. So you gotta kind of feel the game out early. But the Lady Spartans should feel pretty good about their chances tonight here in Towanda.
In other news, there were a couple games that started up a little earlier tonight. We'll keep tracking this one. This was kind of a little bit surprising. Loyal Sock only beating Troy right now in the 4 versus 5 game. It was 24-16 at halftime or something that, 25-16. So Troy hanging tough, the team we just saw here last week against Loyal Sock. So the way the rankings go right now, in case you were wondering, number 1 is Bloomsburg, number 2 is Line Mountain, number 3 is Towanda, number 4 is Loyal Sock, number 5 is Troy, number 6 is Hughesville, who we see tonight. Number 7, I don't know who 7 is, Wellsboro? Are they 7? I don't know. And then 8, someone is playing Mighty Bloomsburg. So we're about a minute away from this one. We'll keep talking about some scenarios and things like that going forward. We'll keep an eye on that Bloomsburg, Line Mountain, and the Loyal Sock games for you as well. And we'll also have some keys to the game we're going to kind of go over, and we'll let Coach Johnson kind of run with that in the first quarter. But like I said, national anthem, I don't know if they do the alma mater in districts, but if they do, we'll have that as well. And the starting lineups. It is 10-12, number 6 seed Hughesville taking on our number 3 seed 19-3 Towanda Lady Knights. We'll be back for that one in a minute. And just a friendly reminder, you are not allowed to have the alma mater in districts. That's why that didn't go on. But here we go with the starting lineup of the number 6-seeded Hughesville Lady Spartans. Looks like they have number 2, Haley Paust, a freshman. Number 3, Ava Snyder. Man, you talk about hard ones to read. Number 4, Bree Bobak. Number 5, Allie Anstat, and number 12, Grace Peischer.
Yeah. And I think for the Lady Spartans tonight, you got to shorten the game against Towanda. The Lady Knights are so good at playing that fast pace. You're going to have to be able to shoot it really well tonight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but, from the free throw line, maybe a couple threes, getting their opportunities, because we've seen the Lady Knights give up some opportunities for some layup opportunities, things like that, and you got to cash those in and be aggressive, especially on number 2, Paige Manchester. We've seen her struggle from the line. If she's got an easy one, maybe a foul, it might be the best play in some of those scenarios. For the Lady Knights tonight, we have number 2, Paige Manchester, number 20, Portia Bennett, number 22, Bella Hurley, number 45, Gracie Schoonover, and number 14, Eliza Fowler. And for the Lady Knights tonight, Coach Clark, I think pace, like I said before, they kind of thrive on that transition offense. We've seen little lulls in their half-court sets, but that transition is where they live. And I think rebounding, we've seen a couple games where the opponents have kind of taken advantage of the Lady Knights, especially on the defensive rebounding side of things. So I think the Lady Knights have to make sure they're keyed on that. And a quick start on both halves. We've seen the Lady Knights come out a little flat in some games, but the games they're most successful, that first half, those first 5 minutes of the first quarter and the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, they come out flying around defensively, getting steals and out in transition. So I think those are the things that we look for here tonight.
And I just want the viewers to understand, I really do not want to keep harping on this, but just the fact that Hughesville is the 6th seed at 10-12, they play in the hardest conference in Pennsylvania for girls AA and AAA basketball in the Heartland Conference. They have 5 state-ranked teams they've played this year, and they've played them tough. So this could be an interesting one.
There's going to be nothing that the Lady Knights show them that they have not seen in another opponent all year long. There's anything the Lady Knights can throw at them, they're going to be ready for. It's just all about execution for the Lady Spartans tonight.
Just a little unnerving as the opening tip goes to the Lady Knights, just how many quality programs Hughesville has had to play this year. And Towanda, of course, they had to take on Athens, got a good test with Wilpo, but just haven't seen the teams that Hughesville has seen. There's a good start, though, as Eliza Fowler gets the offensive board off of the miss by Manchester, and the first offensive set continues for the Lady Knights. Just a reminder, if you're joining us here from Towanda Gymnasium, number 3, Towanda, number 6, Hughesville, playing in the first round of the PIAA District 4 Class AAA tournament. And there's going to be a first turnover of the game as it falls into the hands of the Lady Spartans. Beepers. I almost went through the whole entire NTL there. Warriors, something. You want to talk about hard names to see on jerseys? This might be my final match. As that time it was Bobak who lost the handle on it, but she will get the jump ball and will stay with the Lady Spartans.
Yeah, those numbers are the same color as
That's rough.
They're
very cool. They're very cool jerseys, but they're hard to see. Here come the Lady Spartans with their first offensive set now.
You can see even the energy is changing. Coach Gentile over there for the Lady Knights, he's kind of up, moving side to side like he's playing defense over there. Good hands by Portia Bennett.
Anstat, though, is able to keep it into the hands of number 4, Bobak, but she will travel, and it's going to be a turnover here back to the Lady Knights. If you're joining us from Hughesville, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Will be our final one of the year. The winner of this game here tonight will take on the winner of, I believe it's number 7, Wellsboro. I hope I'm right on that, but Inline Mountain, the number 2 seed, though. Portia Bennett, shot up no good, rebounded by Schoonover. Her shot's no good. Pad and Stats, shot no good again, though. Good offensive board, but no points out of it. And we are going to have ball out of bounds off of Hughesville, stay with the Lady Knights. Hughesville's got some decent size. They're not as big as Williamsport was the other night, but not bad on the size department down low for the Lady Spartans. Yeah,
and I like, they seem like a scrappy bunch. They're out there playing aggressive on defense. The one thing they've gotten beat a little bit so far is on that offensive glass from the Lady Knights. But other than that, they're playing the ball really well, being aggressive, active hands.
tell you what, and Tawana is seeing right now that Hughesville's no slouch. As there's the first shot of the game for Schoonover from long range goes, and it's 2-0 Lady Knights on the board.
That's a great sign for the Lady Knights.
I haven't seen that a lot this year.
And I was just thinking that. We haven't seen that all year. Last year we saw it more when she,
came in.
Nice take there.
That was a good take. I think that is Anstat, number 5. We literally have to wait for them to turn around to have any chance of seeing who it is with number-wise. Very hard to see. Entry pass there. Bennett thought she was pushed. There's a no call. Fight for the board there. Peischer is actually the one that gets it out of there. Now here comes Hughesville the other way. That's number 2, Paus. She kind of gets, and yeah, she's going to be pushed there. Portia Bennett thought she held her ground, but a little bit too much with the body. It's going to be the first foul on her and a team foul on the Lady Knights. Substitutions for the Lady Spartans. Out comes number 4, Bobach, and in comes number 14. That is Sarah Stump for her first action. 5:40 to go, first quarter, all tied up here in the first round of the District 4 tourney. Good crowd here tonight too, Coach Johnson.
Yeah, both teams, obviously having the home game here, we're going to have some fans, but Hughesville traveled pretty well too.
They did.
Nice take there by Portia Bennett.
I can't see anything that's going on except bodies falling down. Yes, but it is Portia Bennett who comes up with it. Good ball movement here on the fast break by the Lady Knights. It's going to be Manchester, goes in on her own. Good defense there, though, by number 5, Anstat.
Really, really good defense there. Played it straight up. The defense has that, opportunity to be able to just play straight up. And if, it doesn't matter how much contact there is, as long as they stand their ground and jump straight up, have their hands straight up, it's not going to be a foul on the defense.
Do have NTL refs in this game, too. We'll see how that factors. Good hands there by the Lady Spartans. They come back on offense, and that all the way to the rack again is number 5, Anstat. No, I'm sorry, that was number 3 that time, Ava Snyder with those points. And it's 4-2 Hughesville, 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah, really strong. Another left-handed layup from the Lady Spartans early on.
Again,
was that Anstat or Snyder?
That was Snyder, number 3. Yep.
It looked almost the exact same
it sure
left-handed
did.
layup.
That's why I said Anstat, but then I saw the 3 when she turned around. Got the glasses on tonight, Coach Johnson.
Yeah,
I'm not.
You got it.
I needed them too. This is rough. Here's Fowler into the lane. Here's Schoonover again. This shot, though, short, no good. Never really had her feet set. Rebound there by Peischer. Good hands by Bennett. She takes that pass from Paust away, but she gets her pocket picked as well. And Hughesville gets it right back. Almost halfway through the first quarter, and another turnover there as it goes back to Tawanda.
Must have been just off the fingertips of Portia Bennett, because I thought that was just an errant pass.
Ooh, I didn't even think to look at that. I thought for sure it was going to be a turnover. But, yeah, like you said, it's going to be off of Bennett, I guess.
Yeah, 4 early turnovers here from the Lady Knights, too. Hughesville's doing a good job. One of the keys was, controlling that pace. They're doing a really good job getting into their sets, not turning it over too much yet.
They're doing a good job getting back on defense, too.
Wow.
Yes. Hughesville 3. That's number 14, Sarah Stump. And it's 7-2 now as Tawana's finding out just what it's like to play a team from the Heartland.
Just a different energy.
It really is. It's just so different from what we're used to.
I mean, you look at the Hughesville defenders right now, all 5 in a stance, hands up.
But, again, you don't want to keep having every single week 3 games. You play Bloomsburg, Southern Columbia. Yeah. You're going to get better, A, and second of all, you don't want to get beat by 50 points every game, so you have to get better.
Yeah, see, even when the win-loss record isn't telling you you're getting better, you are. Another turnover by the Lady Knights.
I'll tell you right now, this 10-12 Hughesville team in the Heartland is an NTL contender up here.
Yes, they are.
And we're seeing that right now. And there's another take, and we're going to have a foul. And Hughesville's number 4, I believe is. Nope, number 3, Ava Snyder will go to the line and shoot 2. That was a second team foul on the Lady Knights. That foul was going to be called on Hurley. So 7-2 Hughesville here, controlling this game so far. Snyder's first free throw up and good. She'll have one more. Substitutions, Brennan, the senior, will come into the game for her first action. And for Hughesville, let's see here. 4?
Yep.
Number 4, Bobach is back into the game. Snyder's second shot, short, no good. Good rebound there by Bennett. It should almost be illegal to have those jerseys. Shouldn't they have to have a?
I think as long as they have that outline, I think it's good enough. Yeah.
tough. Brennan with the basketball here. Gets it to Schoonover. Right now for the Lady Knights, it's their original starters with Brennan in for Fowler. Manchester trying her hardest to get some positioning inside, but Hughesville is not allowing her to get posted up inside at all.
Yeah, I mean, they have the double team right now down low on Paige Manchester.
I'll tell you right now, these officials have seen a lot of Portia Bennett games. They are not going to give her that anymore, like that push. She's tried to draw that now twice, and this time they're just going to call her for a straight-up travel. Back to Hughesville. 8-2 now, under 3 minutes to go. Towanda has been stifled offensively by Hughesville. The ball fake. Hughesville working the ball around. Finally goes out to Paust. Paust gets it down to Snyder. Snyder almost lost the handle. Regains, though. Gets it down low. Good move inside by number 5. That is Anstadt. Allie Anstadt makes it 10-2 now. Hughesville. And we're going to have another travel here. This time as Hurley shuffles the feet. And it'll go right back to the Lady Spartans.
Way too many turnovers right now for your Lady Knights. 7 turnovers already in the first quarter. Still 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. To have 7 turnovers is just kind of inexcusable right now. And not a lot of them have been forced defensively.
Nope. We haven't seen Towanda take many shots.
Too many turnovers.
Like literally, yeah. I'm just kind of going off your point there. It's been like, what, 8 shots total, it seems like?
You know, one of the keys was for Hughesville, if they take care of the ball and take away that transition offense, especially early on from Towanda, you can get off to a good start against the Lady Knights.
I'll tell you what, Hughesville hustles. Because that time it was Snyder just banging bodies and getting that ball back on offense.
And this is exactly what you wanted if you're the Lady Spartans. It slowed down a little bit, knocking down shots again from the corner.
That looked nice there from Bobach. And Coach Gentile has to burn a timeout here as Hughesville has come to play. And with 1:43 to go in the first quarter, they are leading number 3 Towanda 13-2. We're going to take this timeout with Coach Gentile. It's a 30-second. We'll be back in a minute. So Hughesville is flexing their Heartland Conference muscles here as they come out with a 13-2 lead on our Lady Knights. And this is kind of exactly what we're talking about. You can't underestimate a 10-12 Hughesville playing in that conference. And they've done it all.
Yeah.
They've gone to the hoop. They've hit some threes. They've hit mid-range. They've played great defense. They've gotten back in transition defense. They've rebounded.
I think that's where it started, though, defensively. I mean,
Towanda just looks lost
right
now. I mean, that was a shot that Portia Bennett usually doesn't take right there. Trying to force it a little bit, and Hughesville will just, quietly set up their offense again. This was a big one. And that one hurts as that's number 14, Sarah Stump, making her second three from that very spot. 16-2, Hughesville all over Towanda right now.
Got to think you got to get a bucket here if you're the Lady Knights, just to see one go in. Almost another turnover there. Got bailed out.
It would have been, it would have been if there was no foul. Here's Hurley, gets it over to Manchester. We're under a minute now here in the first quarter. 16-2, Lady Spartans lead on the road against Towanda. Schoonover kicks it over to Brennan. Towanda doesn't seem to have the same offensive moxie tonight as they have.
I think they're doing a really good job defensively because it almost looks like they're in a zone a little bit, but they are man-to-man. But what they're doing is they're taking Gracie Schoonover's defender just down and playing kind of a zone, and that's given them the opportunity when Portia Bennett's down there to double her, and when Paige Manchester's been able to post up a good back door.
That is wow. That was number 5, Anstadt, on the pass to Snyder, and it's 2 more. 18-2, half a minute to go.
And what they're doing is just doubling. You can see it right now with Portia Bennett. Portia Bennett has it when she doesn't have the ball. The number 5 there, guarding Gracie Schoonover, is just doubling down on whether Paige is in the post or Portia's in the post.
So basically, you're saying that they're not respecting Schoonover's longer shot, and they'll give it to her as long as they don't have a single down low. Three-point attempt from Hurley's no good. Rebounded there by Anstadt. And Hughesville has 4 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they get a shot off. Paust gets it up. 3-point on the way, no good. But the damage has already been done as Hughesville comes out blazing on the road, and they lead this one 18-2 after a quarter of play. We'll be back in a minute or so. We have trivia question coming up. Second quarter coming up as well. We'll see if the Lady Knights can get back into this one. So I'm kind of just looking at this again because this was the one stat that scared me the most coming into this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9. Of Hughesville's 22 games this year, 9 of them have been against state-ranked teams.
Yeah.
So half of their games have been against teams that are ranked currently in the top 10 of the state.
Got to go. Good shot there by Paige Manchester.
That's what your best player has to do, and Manchester lines up that 3 to make it 18-5. So see if Tawana can chip away. Tawana comes out with a little more energy here. There's number 4, shot no good. That was Bobak. Tawana has a basket and a stop. Manchester to Brennan. Back to Manchester.
18-2 looked pretty grim, but if you're Coach Gentile, you just tell the Lady Knights, you got to sharpen up on turnovers, and you just got to keep being aggressive, keep rebounding it, keep doing those little things that we've seen the Lady Knights be so good at all year long, and just keep working, and you'll get yourself back in the game. But it starts on defense, it starts with taking care of the ball, getting those good possessions.
This time Bennett draws the foul. She's so good at that when she gets the ball in the paint with her back to the basket. She'll get the benefit of it this time. I think that might have actually been a makeup call because she got fouled on that 3-point attempt. Yeah. And she was not happy about it, but we'll take that one. Second team foul, by the way, on Hughesville. Portia Bennett.
Hey, Banks open.
Shook her out of her shoes before that, too. 18-7 now, so Tawanda has clawed back to within 11 here. Paust. Up the court it goes. Snyder thought about it. She drives into the left hand, blocked by Schoonover. Now,
wow.
Tough
Very
one.
well could have been a travel right before that, too. Very surprised Mr. Burke missed that one.
But it will be a foul on the Lady Knights, their third, and back to the free throw line goes Hughesville. First shot long, no good. One more. I think this is Snyder. No, it's Anstadt, right? 5. Geez, you have to
I'll be honest, Coach. I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's difficult, and they're
it's
all
either 5 or 3.
They all have ponytails. They're all about the same size.
I just
tough.
cannot get a number. They're so parallel all the time. We'll figure it out eventually. She's down low. She got a point, whoever it was. Either Anstadt or Snyder. 3. There's another turnover on the Lady Knights, and Hughes will take it back again. 5.
There we go.
It's Anstadt.
There we go.
Do Anstadt and Snyder look similar? I feel like they must, because I keep getting those two confused. I don't think Snyder's in the court right now. She's not. 3's not in the court. Here's Paust. She gets it to Anstadt. Oh, no, there's Snyder. Number 3, here's shot up, no good.
Got to get this rebound.
I'll tell you what, I think number 5, we always talk about how they have you find out who their star player is pretty quick if you haven't seen them.
Yeah.
I think Anstadt might be the one for Hughesville.
I've been pretty impressed with all of
Hughesville they're pretty.
Right now. Yeah. Taking care of the ball, fundamentally sound. It's been sharp.
30-second timeout. We'll stay here. That was Anstat who made that free throw. It's 19-7 now. Foul situation, 3 on the Lady Knights, 2 on the Lady Spartans, 2 fouls also on Bella Hurley for Towanda. Next break, we'll ask our trivia question. It's a fun one.
I was just kind of
thank you. I was just kind of hanging out today, and for some reason, it just popped in my head, and I looked it up and got the answer. And I'll tell you another part of the trivia question too after I give the answer that shocked me more than the answer did.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that question, of course, can be answered just in the comments, or you can send us an email or text message to trivia@TowandaSD. Is it .com? .org. Sorry, .org. Trivia@TowandaSD.org. Or if you're watching via Facebook, which is the way we have it right now, you can just leave a comment below, and we can check those throughout as well.
Yep.
So here's number 3, Snyder, wraparound to Anstat. Her
Good
shot's
block
partially
there.
deflected, by Manchester, and Towanda goes back to offense.
Be aggressive here if you're Paige Manchester. I wouldn't have slowed that down at all. Try to get to that free throw line area. Then if they stop you, pull it out, run something.
They just cannot get the ball inside. Those Anstat's all over the place defensively. She does not allow the ball in the blocker post at all. Another turnover.
Right now, Coach. 10-1.
That turnover's
10-1 for
a lot.
turnovers. I mean, that's it right there. You're down 12 points, and you've given 9 extra possessions.
And Hughesville does play tough.
Nice
There
steal
we
there.
go. Brennan, but can't quite hang on, but she does draw the jump ball, and that gives Towanda the possession. So Destiny Brennan comes flying in for a steal. This will be her last home game of her career. She wants to end it with a win. Here's Schoonover to Hurley. Yeah, Hurley, she could have traveled again right there. She gets inside, though, and she will be fouled, I would assume, on number 12, Peischer. And Hurley will go to the line and shoot 2.
I think it's a good foul. And that was one of my keys. I think it's something that we've seen the Lady Knights struggle with a little bit, and see if they can have a good night at the line tonight.
That was not Peischer, by the way. That was Stump, number 14, her first, team third. Hurley's first is short, no good. She'll have one more. Substitution for the Lady Spartans. Number 4, Bobach comes back in. She'll take out Paust. .5:19 to go in the first half. Second free throw goes for Hurley. And it's back to 11 at 19-8. This is the closest Towanda's been since it was 13-2 earlier in the first quarter. Whoa.
Manchester got away with that one.
How was nothing called right there? It's beyond me. She literally had the full wraparound.
Yeah, and that I'm not sure of the coach's name. I apologize for that, but he's pretty heated about what we just saw too.
But
yeah,
he did also call a timeout though, and kind of kept his cool. That was in front of him. I got to give him that though.
Yeah.
Timeout was by Hughesville. That poor little girl was getting. I don't know what the word.
Hugged?
Bear hugged, I guess. There, but Hughesville will remain with possession.
Yeah, and he's still going to remind him a little bit too. A lot of times as a coach, you're sitting there saying this stuff, and you are aggravated, and you wish they could change the call. But it's more about setting up the next time that happens. Those borderline ones, you might get one later just because you said something. So it's kind of a little game there.
It's that way in every sport, really.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it was dangerous, but they get through it. Now they don't. Ball's on the ground. Good effort by Bennett. She can't quite get 2 on it, though. Goes to Anstat. Anstat passes it over. Now it's Bobach with the ball. Bobach goes with the right hand. Shot no good. Rebounded by Hurley. Got a possible numbers here for the Lady Knights as Bobach had trouble getting back up. Yes. Now here's Schoonover for a long 2. Shot in and out, no good. Rebounded, though, by Bennett, and she this time will be fouled. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So while she's doing that, we'll ask the trivia question. Why not? So again, if you want to answer the trivia question, you can just leave a comment underneath this feed, or you can send us an email or through a text message. It is trivia@TowandaSD.org. Here's your trivia question. So, Hughesville's mascot, of course, are the Spartans. First shot's good for Bennett. Hughesville's mascot are the Spartans. That is the 4th most used mascot name in the United States. Can you name, without looking up on your phone, can you name the top 3 most common mascot names for high schools in the United States?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
Great question.
Both shots are good, by the way, by Bennett. It's now 19-10, so within 9. So Tawana tries to get the pressure going, and we're going to get another one here as Hurley gets it taken. Here is Manchester out the takeaway. She goes right by herself, a little too strong, though. Good rebound there by number 12. That is Peischer. And here comes Hughesville's Pouse back the other way. So Tawana has tightened it up a little bit here. We're down to about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's now 19-10.
Yeah, they played that first quarter like they were on their heels a little bit. And, now they're being a little bit more aggressive. Even if you get a foul call every once in a while, what do you have to lose?
Yeah.
You got to go out there and play your game. And as I said at the beginning, the Lady Knights thrive on getting out in transition, so you got to get seals just like another one here.
Oh, that was Poust who tried to – she lost it, and then she tried to take it back there. It's 2-on-2. But she will commit the foul, and the Lady Knights will have the possession. Substitution as Ismailova comes in the game for her first action. She takes out Hurley. Foul situation, Hughesville has 5 in the game. Towanda has 3. And we have 3:48 to go in the half. All right, here we go. Not a three-point shooter is Bennett, and that one is no good. That's her second one of the game. We haven't seen her shoot many this year, really.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, Coach. It's one of those things that, it might be a little bit of adjustment, but, that's something that we haven't seen much from Portia Bennett, so I'm a little surprised that she's taking those shots tonight.
Here's Bobach, gets into the paint, kicks it out. Back underneath to Anstadt. Anstadt, good ball fake, back around the horn of Peischer. Peischer out to Poust. I'm starting to get there. Back to Peischer. Inside to Anstadt. Anstadt with the left hand denied by Schoonover and taken by Bennett. The ball is just on the ground. Finally, there's the foul call. Could have called a couple, but it's Anstadt, I believe, who was trying to get that loose ball, and she'll commit it. 6th team foul on Hughesville.
Another little concerning thing that I'm seeing so far, and obviously the Lady Knights have kind of turned the pace around a little in the second half, but those 50-50 balls, you don't, as a coach, you don't like calling them 50-50 balls, those ones that you're diving after on the nice box out there.
That was.
But, Hughesville's getting a lot of these so-called 50-50 balls, so, you don't like to call them as a coach because really they turn into whoever wants it more usually gets it. So
yeah, they hustle.
It should never be 50-50 if you're the coach, but Hughesville's getting after some of those loose balls, and they fouled a couple times, but if you're their coach, I wouldn't tell them to stop doing that either.
Tell you what, Hughesville just ran that play to perfection. Didn't find the shot they wanted, so they ran it a second time. And now we're going to have a foul on Manchester.
Yep. Another loose ball foul.
4th team foul on Lady Knights. I believe just the first on Manchester. Substitutions as Hurley comes back in and gives a break to Schoonover. Hughesville's Anstadt comes out of the game. And is that number 10? I think, yes, Sherwood comes in the game for her first action for Hughesville.
I like this lineup from Coach Gentile, too, going a little bit smaller, kind of having Page as the center in their 2-3 zone. And offensively, I think this could help them kind of spread Hughesville out a little bit, put up some driving lanes for Portia and Page.
Also, Anstadt's out of the game, too. So, shot for number 14. That was stumped, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Knights. Minute 51 to go. First half, 19-10. Still a 9-point lead here for Hughesville. It has not been closer than 9 since very early in the first quarter. Here's Bennett. Tawana's just had no luck getting inside like that, for instance. Ooh. Bennett gets in, but wild shot. Hughesville is very tough down low defensively. Yeah,
they're packing it in. I think it's a smart play from the Lady Spartans.
And now we're going to have a travel here on Hughesville's number 3. That's Snyder. So a turnover. Sherwood comes out. Anstat comes back in. That was a 30-second break for Anstat, game-wise anyway. Minute 20 to go. Towanda is desperately trying to get this thing a little closer before halftime.
Step in, knock that down, Aziza.
Manchester with a great move inside. Power dribble up and left and good. And it's within 7 now with a minute to go in the half.
Really good job from Paige Manchester being under control. Squared her body up, used the backboard. Didn't, kind of flop around a little bit on that shot. Just took it up nice and strong, right off the glass. Gotta come over and help.
What I seriously think's going on here is I think these teams are pretty equal, honestly. I think they're pretty equal ability-wise, but I think you had Hughesville, who had the harder schedule that came out. I think Towanda might have underestimated them a little bit. I really do. Ismailova's 3, no good. Rebounded by Manchester, but now they're going to say a hit out of bounds, and we'll go back to Hughesville. I mean, is that not a good take by me?
No, I 100%.
I mean, I think that's what we. And
Towanda
kind of woke up a little bit, and they've tightened it up. It was a 13-point game. Now it's down to 7, but
it was 18-2 at the end of the first quarter. 18-2.
It was 18-2. So yeah,
they've really turned it around.
Cut it within 9.
10-1 run here. It does. You don't need that if you're Portia Bennett. I know you want to be aggressive, but don't need to reach there.
All right, one more time. So we're gonna give the answer to the trivia question at halftime. If you want to participate, leave a comment on the Facebook post below or send your answer. It can be through a text to trivia@twandasd.org. The question one more time, if you're just joining us, is Hughesville is the 4th most known mascot used in United States. What are the top 3 most used mascots for high school? Man, the ball has just been all over the court today.
It sure has.
Looks more like a 5th and 6th grade game at sometimes. There's a tie-up. And we'll stay with Hughesville. Substitutions as Chacona gets her first action. She's going to give looks like probably a prolonged break to Bennett. She earns 9 extra seconds. Towanda has a foul to give. And that pass was taken by Fowler. Chance at a half-court shot, but Manchester can't get it off and doesn't go anyway. So that is the end of the first half. It is the Hughesville Lady Spartans, the 6th seed out of District 4, 19, and the 3rd seeded Towanda Lady Knights, 12. We'll be back here at about the 4 or 5 minute mark of halftime to kind of go over our unofficial stats, talk about the keys to get back in this one for the Lady Knights, and give you the answer to our trivia question. One more time, 19-12, Hughesville on top. We're live. All right.
We are.
All right, so 19-12, Hughesville comes in and does kind of what we thought maybe could possibly happen. They lead this one 19-12. A good team. I'll say one more time before I give it over to Coach Johnson. This is a team that played 22 games this year, and 9 or 10 of them, almost half, were against state-ranked teams. And they're showing it right now. Great ball movement. They're a good team.
Yeah, and I think everything that you've been saying I think is correct. I mean, they started the game as almost as perfect as you can go. 18-2 going into the second quarter. They did slow down offensively, scoring just 1 point in that second quarter, but they controlled the Lady Knights defensively. And, we've said it over and over and over in these broadcasts. If you can keep those snowball runs of the Lady Knights in transition to a minimum and keep the game slowed down and low scoring, you're going to have some success against the Lady Knights. So I am not surprised at all. You're looking at 11-6 in turnovers that I have so far. Rebounding is about even. But fundamentally, the Lady Spartans have done a really, really great job in that first half, just slowing things down, making this game their tempo instead of falling into that trap, which almost every team does, of playing into the Lady Knights tempo. So kudos to the coaches from Hughesville. They've done a good job preparing for this, and obviously the season that they've had has prepared them for this too. And the Lady Knights on the other side, they're right in this as well. So there's no panic. That second quarter, I think they settled down a little bit, got some better shots. I'd still like to see some aggressiveness after a rebound, seeing if they can get to that foul line area, see if you can get a kick out to one of your shooters or get all the way to the rim if you're Portia Bennett or especially Paige Manchester.
Two things really quick. First of all, thanks Matt Wheeler out there who's listening, I think. Yeah, shout out to Flint's Propane for sponsoring this so we could actually have this game tonight. Because remember, district games they need to be sponsored. So thank you to Flint Propane allowing us to give you this coverage tonight. And also the trivia question, I'll be honest with you, I looked it up. I got 2 of the 3 right. Coach Johnson?
I did not.
0.
I got. Can I give my answers?
Quickly, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Panthers, Trojans, and Warriors. No.
0 for 3. 0 for 3.
Wildcats? Okay.
All
right.
That's not right.
Wildcats.
That's not one of them.
Yeah.
No, I took a guess and I took 3. That was the one I got wrong. I guess Wildcats too. But according to No. Top 3. Bulldogs.
Oh, okay.
Tigers and Eagles.
Wow.
Bulldogs, Tigers and Eagles. Lions are Spartans are 4th, Lions 5th, then Panthers, and then 7th is Knights.
Okay. I can see that.
I thought for sure Wildcats would be on that list, but they're not. So shout out to my mom who's listening down in Florida. Somehow, unless you cheated, Mom, I'll take your word for it, I guess. She said Tigers, Wildcats, and Eagles. I said correct. Good. She's like, really? I said, well, that's right. So,
yeah.
But anyway, yes, thank you.
Wally, too, out there. Jordan Wallenberg, 1,000-point scorer, Tawana history. So he gave us a couple answers as well.
Hey. He had 1,048 points.
46. 1046.
Oh, sorry, 1,046. He hasn't told us enough.
No, not at all.
He has also a couple more. 1,046-point score. But yes, who did he say?
He said like throwing out answers though.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's always fun.
It's a great question, Coach. To end the kind of the broadcast last game for this year, that was a great question.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Literally was just sitting there. I'll be honest with you. I think I was playing Fortnite and kind of came up. I'm like, no, that'd be cool.
Hey, we got a great half of basketball coming up, though. 7-point difference here. Tale of 2 quarters. Let's see if we can get a good one here in the second half.
And let's see if the Lady Knights can. Oh, man, that's ticky-tacky. Yeah, it's the same thing. Come on. Yep, anyway, we have a moving screen, apparently, on the Lady Knights. Scoon over. And that'll be the first on the Lady Knights, and it'll be a turnover right to Hughesville. Yeah, so Tawana trying to punch their ticket right now to the semifinal, where they'll probably take on Line Mountain, the winner of this one. Right now for Hughesville, they have Paust in the game. They have number 4, Babak. They have number 12, or Bobak, sorry, number 12, Peischer, Snyder, and Anstat. Anstat with the ball right now. She gets into the paint, doesn't like what she sees, kicks it out. Good ball moving again here from Hughesville. Never seem to be in a rush offensively. They'll find their shot. They found it. It's a corner 3, and it is buried by number 4, Bobak. Or was that Snyder?
Oh, boy. I am unsure.
I think it was Bobak. She has dark hair. Bobak for 3. Snyder has blonde hair. 22-12, 10-point lead for the Lady Spartans. Not exactly the start the Lady Knights wanted, but they have a chance to do some things here. So Tawana kind of run a little bit different offense here, trying to spread them. And there's a good take by Bennett, and she does get the shooter's roll. So, yeah, a little more spaced out that time, allowing the drive to the paint. Good job by Bennett. It's back to 8. Of course, remember, Bennett and Manchester both hit their 1,000-point on senior night. This is the last home game for Bennett and for Brennan. They are both seniors.
And this one seems like it could go down to the wire, too, so exciting game for your last home game as a Lady Knight.
Let's hope it goes down to the wire. That would be a good thing probably for Lady Knights. There's Anstad left alone, shot no good. Almost finds the hands of Snyder. Manchester tips it out of bounds, so it'll stay with Hughesville.
Just one of those where, you're watching that shot go up. Even though no one, no Lady Spartan is in the paint, you still got to go after somebody and box them out. Nice little inbound play. Baseline out of bounds. I think that was number 5.
Anstad. And it's back to 10 again. So exchanging of buckets thus far, plus the 3 for Hughesville, has it at 10 right now. Ball movement. It's going to be Fowler. Shot no good. Schoonover went for the rebound, though. It does tip away into the hands of, that was Peischer. Now here comes Paus, the point guard, with the ball. 10-point lead, 5:29 to go, third quarter.
There's a good break there for the Lady Knights. Turnover, backcourt violation.
A rare mistake offensively for Hughesville. Look at some scores around. Loyalsock defeated Troy 49-27 in the 4th and 5th place game. So Loyalsock will go on to play Bloomsburg.
Got to have this
that's
one.
a shot. Yeah, that's a shot you typically
attack
make.
There by Manchester, flying in for that rebound, but got tangled up.
Yeah, she kind of lost it there, but does change the arrow anyway. But it does go back to Hughesville.
1-2-1-1 pressure here. Oh, that's a jump ball. Yeah, got the jump ball. Portia Bennett, really good hands defensively. I mean, she can anticipate, a lot of offensive players' moves so well. That's part of the reason why I kind of gave her a hard time in that first half with some of those reaches that she had. She's so talented when it comes to just kind of playing those passing lanes. Ooh, tough shot there by Manchester.
And it's rebounded by Snyder. So Snyder, good job being patient to Peischer. And Hughesville's able to set up their offense again. They have a 10-point lead, 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Here's a drive. Anstad's left alone. Now she kicks it out. Another 3-ball. This one's partially deflected into the hands of Schoonover, though. Fowler gives it to Manchester. There has not been one fast break so far for Tawana in this game, has there?
Transition defense. What a play. Little scoop shot for 2 and 1.
Kind of need Manchester to take over. She does there, and she'll have a free throw attempt. Back to 8. Yeah, Hughesville, they did their homework. They're double teaming Bennett and Manchester. They're getting back on transition defense.
And they're making that double team easy by just playing off of some of the other Lady Knights. And, they're kind of picking and choosing who they're playing off of. But they're doing a good job just packing that painted area in and doing a really good job just slowing this game down. If it's still going to lead to a shot, you're still slowing the game down.
3-ball for Hughesville, long, no
Gotta
good.
Get the rebound here.
Here's Paus. She gets in pretty deep. Shot no good, though. There's a nice rebound from Hurley.
Yeah, Lady Knights got to do a little bit better job on some of these long shots, finding a body. We saw a lot of eyes just staring up at that ball, waiting for someone else to get it.
5-on-5 wise, Hughesville's out hustling
Yes,
Tawana.
they are. And that's what I was saying in that first half. These haven't been 50-50 balls. They've been 80-20 balls.
Hurley nearly brought this to a 4-point game, but her shot double hits in and out, no good. So Hughesville back to offense. They lead by 7. They do not make many errant passes. That's a good pass there. Here's Snyder in deep. Her shot rattles around, and it's good. Ava Snyder in for 2. It's back to 9. Looks like we also have 3 fouls on Anstat, so that's kind of a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Here's Hurley. The lineup at 3, and she is rejected. Here comes Anstat. She kind of loses the handle on it. Falls in the hands of Snyder, though. And with 3 minutes to go now, Hughesville tries to put this back to a double-digit lead. In the paint. Good move.
Nice move.
Such a tough move.
Yeah, it was really good defense by Bella Hurley on that first kind of ball fake. But, you know, that little step-through move, I think, may have gotten Gracie Schoonover here. Yeah, Gracie Schoonover coming in to try to help out, you know, with the body. So, nice little move there. Fundamentally sound again from the Lady Spartans.
It was Schoonover's second foul. As this is Anstat at the line. Her first shot is up and no good. Substitution as Brennan comes in for Fowler, and we are going to have a timeout called by Hughesville. We'll take it with them. 2:54 to go, third quarter, 26-17. Lady Spartans lead. So around the district, Bloomsburg played yesterday, their girls. They beat 8th-seeded Warrior Run 64-43. So they're into the next round. They'll play Loyalsock in the third meeting of that matchup this year for the 1 versus 4. And the winner of this game will play Line Mountain at a later date. Right now it's Hughesville with a 9-point lead. Anstat's second free throw is no good. Nice box out by Page, and it's 2:50 to go here. Sorry, I was taking a breath. 2:50 to go here in the third. Hurley gets it over to Brennan. Brennan over to Manchester. Manchester kind of a little bit of the hezzy. She definitely got
Maybe the
shot no
there.
good. Yeah, something. Good rebound by Schoonover, though. She kicks it out. Here's Brennan. She'll line up a 3. Her 3 is long, no good. Rebounded there by Anstat. Good ball movement here from Hughesville.
Yeah, they're just kind of running a 4-out right now, way back near the half-court line, spreading the Lady Knights out.
Nice pass.
Yeah,
That's a really nice collecting pass.
One of the first long passes.
But look at that. There's 5 Spartans on her immediately, and wow. You don't see that from Manchester very often. She was maybe almost too open. She shorthands the 3. It goes out of bounds. Back to Hughesville. Couple subs come in for the Lady Spartans.
Yeah, if you're Page there, you got to let that one go. If you have that shot again, that's a good shot. So, got to have this one. Dangerous pass there from the Lady Spartans.
A lot of Hughesville's passes are like lazy and dangerous, but they get to where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
You know, they don't look pretty. Like that's just hustle right there by Hughesville.
Yep. That's a lot of, again, standing around a little bit from the Lady Knights, waiting for someone else to go get it, and the someone else getting it is the Lady Spartans.
So that foul's on the Lady Knights. It's going to be their second. Are they calling that a tie-up?
I don't know.
I never saw anybody go to the board, and there's no new fouls on the board. Must be they call that a tie-up. Had to have.
Yeah.
So it was not the second team foul. Still 1 on the Lady Knights. Or 2 on Lady Knights, 1 on Hughesville, I'm sorry. That ball is tipped out of bounds by Manchester. Stays with Hughesville. Yeah, Hughesville's coach is really giving it right now to Burke.
He wants some of these reaching fouls that he feels hasn't been called. He wants some of these called on the defenders from the Lady Knights.
Long entry pass is successful from Powell, into the hands of Stump. Stump gives it to Snyder. Snyder loses the handle, taken by Bennett. Good job getting back, though, by Paust. As Paust, who's the shortest girl on the court possibly, is able to reject
Remember that play,
Bennett.
Coach.
Yeah.
Remember that play. That was a big-time defensive stop. Kind of a mishandle from Portia Bennett. Probably could have even been blocked so long that it could have been a jump ball, but really, really good hands. Played it straight up, and then, Portia Bennett kind of lost control again, fell to the ground. Remember that one. That was a big possession.
Yep. Haley Paust got back defensively and kept that ball from even getting up into the air there. So good job by her. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure they said that Ava Snyder, number 3, they said at the beginning she's a freshman. She's a pretty good freshman. And there's Anstadt doing what Anstadt has done all game, getting down low and drawing another foul. She'll go line shoot 2 more. So it's starting to become danger time here for the Lady Knights as they have 9 minutes to erase what will be a 9+ point lead here from Hughesville, and they have not shown signs of doing so yet, really. It's now a 10-point lead.
Yeah, you're right about that, Coach. I mean, it's been a pretty even quarter. I mean, I guess Hughesville has the 8-5 advantage in this quarter, but it's go time if you're the Lady Knights. You got to get a couple runs here of that 4-5-0 range. Nice cut here. Nice play.
That is
perfect transition offense right there.
That is a tough shot from Portia.
I like this man-to-man look a little bit too that the Lady Knights gave on that last possession too. Really pressuring the Lady Spartans, kind of hurry him up a little bit.
Nice rebound. Who was that? Another takeaway rebound. And what is going on here? Something has to be called eventually. And, man, Snyder is a freshman.
Yeah.
Whew. Number 3, Ava Snyder. Hughesville just out-muscled the Lady Knights down low there as they got, 3 offensive rebounds, and finally Snyder is the beneficiary of a foul.
I don't even know if they got the offensive rebound so much. It's
ripping it away.
When the Lady Knights got the defensive rebound, they just took it away from them.
Just not strong with the basketball. But Snyder, as the freshman, was. Her first free throw is no good. She'll have 1 more.
I mean, you look at how the Lady Spartans are playing this free throw right now. All 4 of the other Lady Spartans back on defense.
Yep.
Just to try to control that transition.
It's pretty clear they're trying to win this game with defense.
Yep.
I mean, they've made some threes. They've made shots. Let's not be mistaken on that. But they are trying to win this with defense. But there is Portia Bennett doing Portia Bennett things on the other end.
Onions.
She's in for 2, and this is a big free throw, too, as it's now a 7-point game against Tawana's been flirting with that 7 to 10-point deficit right now, in the second half. And we'll see if we can cut it to 6.
This would be the closest the game has been since the first quarter.
Yep. And it is a 6-point game. We have substitutes, as Coach Gentile is going to give Schoonover and Manchester probably a 21-second extended blow. But now this becomes a very big defensive set here for these girls.
If you're Coach Gentile, you're yelling out there, you make sure you get this rebound. If we don't get a steal here, you got to make sure you find a body to box out.
Chacona and Fowler, the ones that came in, by the way, for those 2. So we're at 10 seconds. Hughesville will get the last shot here, barring a turnover. They're deep. It's going to be Paust running out of time now. They're going to run out. Oh, they get that off. I'll tell you what, it looked decent off of the backboard, but it was too strong, no good. So Tawana does cut the margin. It's now 28-22, a 6-point game going into the 4th quarter. We will be back in a minute for that 4th quarter. Stick around. It's going to be a good one. So foul situation, 5 on Lady Knights, only 2 on Hughesville right now. But the big news with that one is Anstadt, probably Hughesville's best player, has 3 fouls.
Yeah, that doesn't play too much now. Now that you're into the 4th, unless she gets one really quick.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
It's the first minute or so. Be interested to see if Hughesville's coach keeps her in or takes her out.
Hey, we got boxing 1 again? Yes, we do. Oh, wait a second.
Oh, Manchester got free and drills a 3.
Big shot there. Big shot.
And the net to boot to let him get back defensively. So 28-25, just a 1-possession, 3-point game. Paige Manchester and Portia Bennett willing this team back into it in the last few minutes of game action.
They really have. That last 2 minutes in the third quarter was very, very important. You know, as I said, they were down kind of 8-5 in that quarter. Another travel. Yep, turnover here. Momentum starting to swing. Crowd's getting back into it a little bit.
And that was Portia Bennett's presence that caused that turnover there, that travel. I don't want to be, what's it called? Not bearer of bad news. I don't want to be the devil's advocate, I guess you'd say. But, again, Hughesville's been in a lot of tight games. Tawana has not.
For sure.
Turnover here. Paus gets it right back. She then finds number 12. That is Peischer. Good cut off there by Lady Knights getting back defensively. Just underway in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes to go.
Portia Bennett is like a shark in the water right now. She's just waiting for you to make a mistake.
She does not want this to be her last basketball game.
Ooh.
Not that.
Good
Yep,
defense,
good D. Eliza Fowler gets it.
Up.
Ooh, our first one.
one.
It goes. Manchester baseball pass to Bennett. First one of the game, and Hughesville has to stop the bleeding now as the Lady Knights have marched their way back to just within 1 with 6:54 to go. It's going to be a full timeout for Hughesville. We'll take it with them. 1-point game. Stick with us. So just an update, too, if you're interested. And as Tawana gets back within a point, winner of this game takes on Line Mountain as they are rolling right now against Wellsboro. They're up 45-18. The score at the end of the half in that game was 39-6.
Wow.
So Line Mountain, we saw their record. Were they 20 or 21-1 or 20-2? Smoking Wellsboro right now. That's second versus 7th seed. So the winner of this one will travel to Line Mountain. Tell you what, great job by Athena Chacona, too, coming here, giving Gracie Schoonover a nice long break for this final push. Good job getting back by Brennan there, not allowing a 3.
Good closeout there by Eliza Fowler.
2 or 3 really good closeouts in a row. Both sides of the court, too. Here's Anstadt. She'll go against Chacona. Good job with off. And there's the 3 for Hughesville. No good, though. Rebounded by Manchester. She may have been fouled.
Foul, yep.
Chacona's in the right place at the right time, though. Gets the board. Here.
A chance for the Lady Knights to take the lead here.
First lead of the game.
Yeah. Yes.
Did Hughesville score first?
So. It may have been 2-0.
No, yeah, we scored first. Schoonover scored first.
Yeah.
Oh, no good. Here comes the Lady. I almost said Hornets because I was looking at Wellsboro. Here come the Lady Spartans. Next stoppage of play, we're going to have Hurley and Schoonover back into it. Down to 5:40. Another 3 from Hughesville. This one's short, no good. And that was a good box, just out-jumped with Anstadt. Powell's shot no good, rebounded by Manchester. No. Yeah, didn't need it that time. Portia Bennett was well covered in the flat. Pass incomplete.
Yeah. Injured Portia Bennett maybe here.
She better get up pretty quick or they're going to make her come out. It's a tough fall right in her backside there.
Just thinking the same thing as tough fall, but we've seen her take, countless.
She's tough.
Just big
bumps. She's state champion.
Yeah, she's quite the competitor.
She comes from a pretty tough family, too, I will say. Anstat gets inside, shot no good. Some pretty big misses here from Hughesville. They're getting some good looks, but missing and keeping the Lady Knights' chances of taking the lead still here. 5 minutes to go in the game.
I like this slowdown here from
I do too. I was
Lady Knights
just
going to
say that.
Portia Bennett, is kind of really,
collecting herself a little bit. Yeah.
She's still breathing pretty hard over there. Lady Knights have been working hard to get back into this game, so a nice little slowdown possession. Run your set, execute, set good screens, get a good shot here.
Tell you what, Hughesville does a really good job hedging those picks. Little bit late on the pass was Fowler, but it's okay as it harmlessly goes out of bounds, stays with the Lady Knights. 4:36 to go in the ball game now, and we're going to have another timeout. This time, Coach Gentile. 30-second timeout, we'll take it with them. 28-27, Lady Spartans by 1. All right, so the Lady Knights stay on offense here. Still trying to take their first lead since it was 2-0 early in the first quarter. Here's Manchester, kicks it out to Bennett. Manchester tried to get in deeper. Bennett uses that kind of like a little impromptu screen, and the Lady Knights have their first lead since 6 and change to go in the first quarter. It's 29-28 now, halfway through the fourth.
A 16-point deficit. Took almost 3.5 quarters to get back to almost even, now up 1. That's some.
That's the 4th foul on Hurley.
Ooh, okay.
Yep, 16 foul too. So the Lady Spartans are going to be in the bonus from here on out too. So foul shooting starts to come into effect. This one's taken away by Bennett though in the hands of Manchester. Manchester's going to go right at Paust by herself. Shot no good. Back in the hands of Manchester
Great
though. Her
footwork.
put back doesn't go, but she gets another board, and she'll be fouled this time. Paige Manchester doing work. Got 2 offensive boards. Missed the shots, but finally does get fouled, and will be on the floor, staying underneath the basket for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, a little surprising the second attempt that she didn't get a foul call. I thought maybe she got bumped from behind a little bit.
Is that off of Hughesville?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I was going to say, unless that ball was magic or there was a
good teamwork
ghost
by the officials there, talking it over.
Schoonover's going to line up a 3. Why not? No good. Rebound. Oh, man, Tawana has struggled to hang on to those rebounds. Yeah, they were in the right place at the right time. They just didn't catch it. But it goes off Lady Knights back to the Lady Spartans. So see if Hughesville now can take the lead back.
I will say, on that point, though, a little flat-footed when the ball's in the air. You know, that I think you're not really ready for the ball if you're not going after it, boxing somebody out on your toes. I think that plays a big factor. Nice little high-low here.
Anstat was wide open, and Anstat's missed a couple of those gimmies here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, great opportunity there for the Lady Spartans to get an easy one. Kind of catching the Lady Knights falling asleep. Again, a little flat-footed defensively.
Well, you called it in the second quarter. You said, even when it was a 10-point game, you said it's going to come down to the wire, and it's looking that way now.
Yep.
3 minutes and change to go. Schoonover didn't like that one. And the Lady Knights are hanging on the ball with a 1-point lead. Good ball movement here. Ooh, Manchester might have got, yeah, okay. Manchester got lucky there because she pushed that girl right out of there, got her spot, but then she got fouled.
That made me think of, Coach?
What's that?
Back in elementary school, you know, your parents would always say when you go to school, oh, hey, this boy's pushing me. You better not push him back, because if you're the second one always gets caught.
That's right. That's right.
So sometimes it's better to be first, I guess, if you're going to have a little shove.
It's a great box out by Anstat. Kept Schoonover away. So 2:45 to go. Both teams have missed some bunnies inside the paint. Ooh, well, dangerous pass as Pounce able to get back on it, though. Anstadt kicks it out here to Peischer.
Got to get out there.
Here's Paust. Down into Snyder. Snyder back out. Here is Anstadt. Her shot bounces around, and it goes. I'm sorry, that was Snyder in that shot. My mistake. Ava Snyder's shot goes, and just like that, Hughesville takes the 1-point lead back, and we're going to have a full timeout. We'll take them with it, or we'll take it with them. 30-29, 1-point lead. Hughesville now leads.
Here we go, Coach.
Man, you said it, though. I just watched Hughesville come back out. They all do look very similar.
They do.
I mean, a couple of them have different colored hair, but they do. It's hard to tell. So Hughesville's going to kind of come up here and press a little bit. Get it in there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You're trying to be aggressive, maybe get a steal, but it's tough fouling from that far away from the basket, too.
And that was Snyder, the freshman, who commits that foul. 15th foul, just the first on her. So Hughesville has one more foul to give, and they are in the bonus for themselves. There's Fowler, a nice crossover. Oh, just got away with the travel, I think. Hughesville's coach is livid. Good ball movement here. Portia
nice
Bennett
find.
gets in for Schoonover. She puts it in. And we're going to have a timeout from Coach Gentile, another full timeout. 2:06 to go in the game. Towanda takes the lead back again, 31-30. We'll be right back. Ooh, some of the lyrics are letting go in this song.
Hey.
Jeez. But anyway, we got a basketball game here, folks.
Yes, we do.
Number 3, Towanda, 31. Number 6, Hughesville, 30. Winner gets the right to travel to Line Mountain. And you want to win that game. Because if you don't, you got to play the loser of Bloomsburg and Loyalsock to go to states for 3rd and 4th. But we got to win this one first. As Hughesville here down by 1 with the basketball. They have proven today that they are a very good District 4 AAA team. Here's Paust. Oh, almost lost the handle, but it goes into the hands of Peischer.
Got to guard that free throw line. Anytime the Lady Knights have been hurt defensively in this second half has been when that ball gets into that painted area and then they get that inside out.
Hughesville really taking their time. They're going to wait for the shot that they want. Here's Stump, gets it in, but there's good hands by Bennett. It's going to be a jump ball, but the arrow does go Hughesville's way. But
that's an important possession, though, to get that
40,
arrow.
Yeah, 40 seconds came off the clock, too. And like you said, the arrow, now every jump ball will go back to the Lady Knights big. So 1:23 to go in the game now. It's still a 1-point game. Hughesville inbounds from under their own basket.
Got to go up top here.
Paust gets it to Stump. Snyder gets it into Anstadt. Back to Snyder. The freshman gets it over here to Stump. Stump around the horn. Wide open three. Paust no good though. Long. She wanted to throw that.
Very smart.
If it was any time but a minute left in the district quarterfinal, she throws that ball. Smart play by Manchester, though.
Probably against any other team that we've seen this year.
Yep. And now Tawana looks like they're going to try and play keep away for a little bit. Remember, Hughesville does have a foul to give. Man, you want to get this ball into Paige's hands, don't you?
Yeah. Yep, number 20 or number 2. That's where you're looking for right here.
We just have 45 seconds left, and now there's going to be a foul. This is going to be Snyder who's going to foul Manchester. Again, that was a foul to give, so now both teams will be in the bonus with 43 seconds to go in the ball game.
Yeah, here we go. I think here we go again. I think they're going to foul, so you got to think possibly putting Paige Manchester on the line.
Let's hope we get Paige on the line.
Well, we've seen all the Lady Knights a little struggle from the line at times.
That's true. That's very true. Or a senior, and that's what it is right now. Nobody's guarding Portia.
That's who
she
they're
gets
fouling.
it. Yeah,
that's who they're fouling. And their coach for Hughesville, I apologize for not knowing his name, but he's watching the film all year long too, and there has been some up and downs from the free throw line, especially when games have been a little closer for the Lady Knights. So we'll see how it goes.
That they have, Coach. Big ones here. It's a 1-and-1, so this first shot very important for Manchester. The gym goes silent. First one's long, no good, but there's Bennett, and that's the jump ball right there. That was the importance of that defensive jump ball, as it's going to be a jump, and it stays with Towanda with 29.9 seconds to go.
If you're the Lady Spartans, too, you're thinking, well, hey, now we have the arrow. We can tie
True.
up, we get an extra possession.
And we're going to have another timeout from Coach Gentile. He's going to set up his play that he wants. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take him with him. It's been an exciting one. 29.9 seconds to go. 1-point lead Towanda with the ball. We'll be right back. Kind of like you said, Coach Johnson, this is like our first close game of the year. We haven't really had any.
Yeah. I mean, when's the last time we had a game within the last minute of the game where we were talking about a 50-50 shot basically of
one possession?
Yeah.
Not many. Not many.
At all.
So let's see what Coach Gentile could come up with here. As his inbound goes to Hurley, and she will be fouled by Stump, and now Bella Hurley will take a shot at a 1-and-1 opportunity.
And you can see the confidence level just in the body language from the Lady Spartans in these close game scenarios. Yeah. They know, hey, if we don't get that steal, it's a foul right away. And that comes from, it definitely comes from practice, because you practice those situations, but it also comes from a lot of close games. As you said, in their schedule, they did have a lot of close games
against really good teams,
and
too.
On the other side of things, the Lady Knights have not had that many
close
games.
That's what scared me, yeah. So advantage Hughesville there, but home court, and the first shot from Hurley goes. And that's a huge shot from number 22.
This one goes. It's definitely a little bit of weight off your shoulders if you're the Lady Knights.
Because we know Hughesville can shoot the three ball.
They can. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Gentile does defensively here if you're up 3.
Foul or not. Oh, it's going to be lane violation on Schoonover. So that shot will not go, or not count.
It definitely helps that it didn't go in. If it would have went in, it's more of a heartbreaker. But
so it's a 2-point game. Here we go. 28 seconds to go.
Here we go. We got travel.
Snyder with the travel.
Now it's just about time you're fouling anybody. You try to get a quick steal here if you're the Lady Spartans, but the
You see their coach giving the X sign over there. He wants a foul immediately. Ooh, Hurley thought about it.
Holy moly.
Yikes.
I almost had a heart attack there. I thought she was going to shoot it.
Hey, and I tell you what, her coach giving her props, too, for not shooting. As Coach Gentile gives her a pat in the back. So Bella will go to the line. This is, again, a 1-and-1, though. It's a 9th team foul on the Lady Spartans. Double bonus from here on out. So a big shot here again for Bella. And it goes. Oh, I was going to say short, but we got a friendly roll on that one. Big shot from 22 again. She'll have one more.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the timeout situation here, but you got to think if this one goes in, you call timeout if you're really, I think,
either
Coach
team.
Gentile. But you might see Hughesville here too. Yep, Coach Gentile with one here.
Should be the last one, I think. I think that was his last full timeout. So both shots go from Bella Hurley. It's a 4-point game, by far the biggest of the game. Yeah. 21 seconds to go. We'll be right back for the finish of this one. So we do have a final score, and now officially we can say that the winner of this game will travel to Line Mountain as they, quote-unquote, on the website I'm looking at, hammer Wellsboro 52-23, so a 30-point win for Line Mountain. Golden Eagles, there you go.
And the Eagles. Shout out Mrs. Clark.
I know. Couldn't believe it. She says you didn't cheat, so I believe you, Mom.
All right, here we go. You want to get a quick shot here, something to the rim. Doesn't have to be a 3 if you're the Lady Spartans.
Do you foul here?
I don't until
10 seconds. Oh, boy. 3-pointer for Hughesville. Short, no good. They get the board. It's Anstat. She almost got fouled. Oh, no, sorry, it was Snyder. She almost got fouled for an and 1 there.
Who got that layup?
Snyder, number 3, Snyder. The shot. Oh, we have a technical foul here. I'm going to assume on the Hughesville coach.
What?
We got a tech.
Okay.
Someone's teched. Definitely on Hughesville as Coach Gentile's getting what he's got going on here. I think the basket was good, and I saw what the coach saw. It could have been an and 1. Anstat got hit on the way up. I think their coach got animated about that. I believe so. That was on Hughesville's coach.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Could have been on Anstat, but I think it was on.
He may have been arguing, too, possible delay a game on the Lady Knights, too. They kind of just were standing in bounds with the ball for a good 2 or 3 seconds.
But the thing is, though, too, if it's a foul on him, doesn't he have to sit? Yeah, okay, now he is. Yeah. I think Burke just told him he had to go sit down, yeah. So now we can officially say it was on Hughesville's coach. So Manchester will go to the line and shoot the technical free throws, and then Tawana will have the basketball as well with a 2-point lead.
Line drive.
Tell you what, if this goes in and you're Hughesville's girls, you're not very happy.
No, I don't think you are. It very well could have been an and 1 down there. I mean, you're still down 1. You still have to foul.
I know,
it does change the aspect of that game.
But now the game's over.
Yes.
But I'm saying, though, is the game just got. Unless it's, but yeah, the game is basically got taken out of your hands because of that. Inbounds on the ground, doesn't matter.
I was just going to say, you could almost
just fall on
throw
it.
the ball down towards Hughesville, let him
take a shot,
and then just hold it out of bounds and win the game.
It's over now, though. It's 0.8 seconds to go as the Tawana Lady Knights, you got to give them credit. They came in. Wow, that shot was almost good. They came in here. They were down by 16 points at the end of the first quarter. and they come all the way back, and they rally, and they knock off the 6th-seeded Hughesville Lady Spartans 36-32. So that is going to do it here for us tonight. We would like to say thank you one more time to Flynn Propane for sponsoring this game. Congratulations to the Towanda Lady Knights as they will travel to Line Mountain for the PIAA District 4 Class AAA semifinal with them. And we are done for the year here. So, Coach Johnson, it's been fun.
Yes, it has. It's been really fun.
If this is our last broadcast ever together, buddy, I've had a good time doing it with you.
Yeah.
And thank you all for your last couple years of, and I hope you've enjoyed us giving you the calls throughout these last couple years. But one more time, the Towanda Lady Knights 36, the visiting Hughesville Lady Spartans 32, on to the semifinals. Good luck, girls.